Hello everyone, this is Brooke and welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Today I have a truly quick video for you, and it is a tag video, as you can see by the title. It is the one bag tag, and I have been tagged by the lovely Luxe Babe, and she did a video telling us what her favorite bag is, and I believe this tag was started by Emilie Clarke, and I will link both of their videos below that they did on this tag. But anyway, I was tagged by the lovely Luxe Babe, and I was so excited because I don't get tagged very often. But I'm going to tell you about my favorite bag and then briefly why. So if you're interested in seeing that, please keep on watching. Okay, so if you've seen my video before called the handbag tag, if you haven't, I'll link it down below. But in that video, I basically said that my favorite bag that in my collection is my Never Full M bag. So when I was tagged to do this video, I logically thought that, of course, that's going to be my favorite bag that I would use in this video. But I listened to the question more carefully, and they said that if you were not able to keep any of your bags and just use one bag for the rest of your life, basically stuck on a desert island and one handbag had to do the trick for everything, what would it be? And that got me to thinking a little bit harder about the Never Full, because it is my go-to bag, but it's extremely casual in my opinion, and it's bulky. So if I was wearing jeans and boots and, you know, something more casual one day, that would be great. But what about those days when I'm going to work, or I'm going to something dressier, wearing a dress, skirt, event, things like that? Now, I do wear my Never Full to work and whatever I'm wearing, but if I wanted to look much more appropriate for all occasions, I would choose this bag, and it is my Damier Ebene Speedy 30. And it is the regular, it's not bandolier, but I would choose this bag because I think it looks sharp with your dress down days, your casual jeans, leggings, boots, and also dressed up with your dresses, your evening wear, things like that. So I feel like I could get the most mileage out of this bag, and it's a wonderful bag. I use it for long periods of its time. I use it year-round, summer and spring, and also fall and winter. And it carries a ton. I like to carry a lot of things with me, and it carries everything my Never Full can carry and still has a little room. It does get a little heavy on your arm because it is handheld. You have to carry it on the crook of your arm or with your hand, but that's all right with me because I think that's extremely ladylike looking, and it gives you a little bit more of a classy look when you walk into a room with the bag on your arm just like this. So I really do love this bag and the way it looks and feels. I like it that it's Damier Ebene because it goes all weather. It doesn't show signs of wearing and use. So without, you know, like the vachetta on your monogram bags will show the patina, which is gorgeous, but if you're going to something a little more formal and fancy, you don't want to see the dirt marks or the rain marks that it leaves behind. So I thought this was going to be my go-to bag. I'll tell you a little bit more about it. Like I said, it is the Speedy 30, and it's the regular, not bandolier. I'm not one for bandoliers. I know they're gorgeous bags, and a lot of people like them, but I prefer not to have something. I don't like crossbody at all, and I prefer not to have something on my shoulder that hits at my hip because I'm short, and that would just make it look like I'm being taken over by a bag. The other thing I don't like, which might be interesting with me, is I don't like two types of handles for a bag. So if a bag is handheld, I don't like a strap on it as well. I'm just that way. I know some people really like having the versatility and the option of having either be handheld or throw it on your shoulder, either way. But if I'm holding it by my hand and another strap is flopping around down there, it'll drive me crazy, and vice versa. If I have it on my shoulder and these handles are just doing whatever they do, I know, I'm nuts, but that's just the way I am and my preferences go. More about this bag. I absolutely, and you hear the jingling, I love to wear it with my topage bag charm, and I pretty much always wear my handbags with the bag charm now, and it zips across the top, and inside is the gorgeous red lining, And at first, another thing about me is I steered away from Damier bags for a very long time because I didn't quite like the red interior. I actually thought that with all the pink things that I carry, it would clash a lot. But since then, I have started to carry a lot of my items in monogram SLGs or monogram small leather goods from Louis Vuitton. So when you open up my bag, all you see is monogram accessories. So I think that looks really good going on with the Damier, Ebene, and in the red. So I've since gotten over my apprehension to carry a bag with a red interior. And besides, no one can see it. No one can see that it clashes but me. And when you look down in there, quite frankly, it's so dark and cavernous that there's nothing really much to clash anyway. So that was just a little bit about, I don't know why I told you that. It's just a little bit about my silly way of thinking. But the only other thing in this bag is a D-ring, which I love having because it holds my mini pochette. And then also it has a nice little pocket which I keep my cell phone in and my work keys in so that they're easily accessible. And just so you know, another thing you want to know about this bag is underneath the pocket on this this tab right here is where you find the date code. So if you're looking at a bag and you don't know where the date code is, pull up the pocket and go onto the right hand side and you'll see the date code printed right there. Otherwise, the bag is gorgeous. It has a lot of brass hardware on it. The zipper pull is of the brown leather, and it has the lock. It's a gorgeous bag. By itself, it's pretty lightweight, but when you can really load this thing up and do it. The only thing I don't like to use this bag for is traveling, like as a carry-on, if I'm going to carry a lot of things, because it does get really heavy. And when you have other bags, it does kind of get in the way. It also kind of gets in the way when you're doing a lot of shopping and carrying a lot of bags as well, because carrying it on your arm like this, especially if it's heavy, does get old after a while. So, but as far as just my day-to-day, I can use this bag for every occasion that I have. It's small enough that it can pass as an evening bag, but it's big enough where it can really carry everything and be your casual kind of satchel. So I don't know what else really to say about this. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I do have another video where I first got this bag and revealed it. So I will link that down below as well. Another thing is, in that video I point out a purse organizer that I used. It's by Pimp Your Speedy, and it's got the same color red interior. Or, I'm sorry, the same color red material that is the same as the interior of the Speedy bag. But I don't really use that because I do prefer that my bag has a little bit of a slouch to it. I'm sorry, I've just bent it up here. But I do prefer that my bag has a little bit of slouch to it, but it never really slouches that much because when you have it full, the sides poof out here and that pulls the bottom up. So I don't really worry about bag organizers and about base shapers or anything like that. I do like the natural look that the bag gets when it's full. And that's about it. So if you have any questions about this, feel free to put your comments down below and I'll get back to you. Otherwise, you can check out the videos that I linked down below in the description box. And as far as who I tag, I would really, really like to see what Bags for Bubbles has to say is her one bag, and also HKitty1122. I would really like to see what those two ladies have to say is the one bag they would use if they could have no other bag. I think that would be extremely interesting to find out. So that's enough about me rambling about my one bag. Again, it is my Damier Ebene Speedy 30 in size 30. And I love it very much. And I hope you have a great day. And I will be back very soon to talk about actually some more Louis Vuitton. So have a great day. Bye-bye.